Let's talk about some well-known CEOs, and I want you to grade them as far as their storytelling.
Okay.
Let's start with Sam Altman, OpenAI.
We'll go through a scale of 1 to 10. We'll do a 1 to 10, 10 being the best.
Okay.
I think he is a 7. And I think he does he's considered kind of the godfather of AI, but I think he's a little bit too pragmatic in the sense that he, I think just doesn't have some of the energy that some of the other people we'll probably talk about. So I think he does a good job of hitting the pressure point when, like, for example, people are concerned about where AI is and how far along we are, and he'll just come out and say, just remember, like, we can't keep up with demand. We're getting outages from our system. That's part of telling the story. So, but there's also been some complications about just him and his management team that I think has made it hard for him to tell a really clear story.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg's getting better. I'd put him at an 8.
Where was he when he first came on the national scene?
A 2, maybe. It was. I think even gotten better over since their year of efficiency a couple years ago. Just at being clear, I think when he struggled. I'll tell you a low point. It was probably. He was probably a 5 when he was talking. They were focused on the metaverse. And I remember there was famously an earnings call, and the last question is, why should we believe in the metaverse? And he just couldn't communicate it. And after the next call after that, they started to shift their message towards AI. And so I think he's done a good job of that.
All right, we could go through the list, but I got to ask the one that everyone's talking about. You know who I'm talking about, Elon Musk. Storyteller?
Elon's he's a 10 out of 10. And I recognize that he's a polarizing figure, and I want to look at this objectively, is that if you look at what Tesla's stock is doing and look at the fact that it trades right now at close to 80 to 100 times this year's earnings, that's a sign of a company. For those of you who aren't looking at earnings, that's a metric in terms of how we think about valuation. The lower that number, the cheaper the stock is. That higher that number,
it's
the more
not typical for an automotive maker, right?
Not typical. The 80 multiple or 100 multiple usually compares to most stocks trade around 20 or 25, something like that. And I think that his ability to, in the midst of chaos, to be able to focus people on the long term is, he is at the highest list. There's a couple that are close to that, but Elon really wrote the book in terms of storytelling. And he's done it for a decade.